This is Morning Juice. Sports, insight, and great storytelling. Starring Bobby Carpenter and Jeff Tito Thitoff. It's time to attack and dominate.
Attack and dominate, that's the plan. Also, not to get stabbed in the torso several times while fighting a 69-year-old man. That's the other sub-goal for us today, Bob.
Sub-goal.
Yes.
Love a good sub-goal. What's the main goal?
Attack and dominate. That's the main goal. And then the side nugget.
Sounds more like an ethos.
It could be that, too.
And a goal.
Bob, how are you today?
I'm doing great.
This
A little rain.
Yeah.
Went to bed last night. Feeling good about life.
Bodie, good morning.
Morning, fellas.
We'll have Anthony Schlegel on later on.
Maybe.
Schleg's Day. Wait, don't say maybe, Bob.
Definitely, maybe.
Okay, definitely maybe. Morning Juice sponsored by Riverside Bank and Dublin Event Risk Elite Protection. We got a big show lined up for you today.
Probably the greatest show we'll ever have.
It might be.
It could be.
Yes,
it may not be, but it could be.
An award-nominated show, potentially. Last night, Bobby, the Jags beat the Chiefs 31-28. And, yes, that's right. Your
Nice
Jags.
long pick six.
Yeah. And then
Trevor Lawrence looking like a baller out there.
Jacksonville is now 4-1.
Yeah.
So are the Colts.
Chiefs are 2 and
Chiefs
3.
are 2-3. Ravens 1-4.
Yeah. How's that sound?
Like
Everybody loves to get in the NFL until you realize what you're getting into.
I wonder, like, at what point, the Ravens, I mean, God, they're 1-4. They've probably got to win at least 9.
The only good news is that they're in the AFC Central or North. That's the best thing the Ravens have going for.
It's probably the worst division this year.
Is that your quarterbacks that you're going against right now are Browning, who knows
DG.
DG, like,
Gabriel Shador, somebody,
who knows what the little circle is going to be like, the little Ferris wheel will be like in Cleveland. And then you have an aging Aaron Rodgers.
He's looked good this year, though.
Who's looked, when I told people he would look good. But that, like, Pittsburgh's literally who you're chasing. That's it.
Isn't this about the best scenario for Pittsburgh? Right now, you got like a 3-game lead, whatever it is, over Baltimore, right?
Well, 3-game lead, 5 games in. Sounds great.
Okay. No, I'm saying and you've got the Chiefs sitting there at 2-3.
Yeah.
It's like I'm not saying the Steelers can win the Super Bowl this year, but it's at least setting up for them to maybe host a playoff game.
Yeah.
Which would be huge.
Well, they're going to host a playoff game.
You would think they should be able to win the division. Yes, I know the Bengals.
Who's going to beat them in the division?
No, I know. Yeah, right. It would take a pretty good collapse at this point for them to do it. But we don't know if Lamar's going to play this week or not for Baltimore. I think that's still up in the air. But and Cooper Rush is
what a rush!
God, he was bad. He was bad.
My question is, and this I forget who was Herm Edwards brought this up.
Okay,
and I mean it's the most logical thought that you could potentially have like this.
Okay,
because they've done this before. Is Cooper Rush anything like Lamar Jackson as a quarterback?
No.
Why would you sign him as your backup?
Hey, Bob,
you need to find somebody who has a moderate degree of athleticism and who can move. And maybe they're not as good overall as someone else, but they'll fit what you do.
Yeah, because was it Huntley who filled in for him a couple years ago? And he went 500 or whatever when Lamar missed a good chunk of time.
Yeah, they had Huntley, then they had Tyrod Taylor. Like, they've had dudes.
Do you need Mr. Unlimited?
Dangerous.
Honestly, that wouldn't have been terrible.
I know. That's what I'm thinking, too.
Mr.
Unlimited.
Lamar may have killed him, though, in the quarterback room. But, I mean, someone like that, like, give me someone. Hell, they would have been better off. Now, you couldn't have probably got him. Like, Daniel Jones is more like Lamar Jackson than Cooper Rush. Like, you need somebody who can run.
Anthony Richardson might be available.
Hey,
yes.
You know what? That's not awful either. That's better than Cooper Rush.
It would be better than Cooper Rush, and they would utilize Anthony Richardson better than the way the Colts tried to.
Yes.
Like,
he got in there on Sunday.
Yeah, get
when
some
they
mop
beat
up.
the living hell out of
40-6.
Vegas.
Yeah. Let me ask you this. In what world did you ever think, if I would have told you 2 years ago, here's a scenario. Colts led by Daniel Jones are beating a team so bad that you're – what was he, 3 overall?
He was like 4th overall, I thought. Wasn't he somewhere there? Was he like 4th overall?
Yeah, 4, 5, 6.
Gets to come in his
He might be
third season
6.
for some mop-up duty.
Yeah.
How's that sound for you?
Daniel Jones leading the Colts to a 4-1 record.
So, Bob, when I look at this now, okay, so you see the 49ers have had success with Mac Jones, right?
Yeah.
Filling in. And that's I don't know if that's
Shanahan's
more about Mac
genius.
Jones or Shanahan. That's what it's more about Mac Jones or Shanahan, whereas you've
also, real quick, sorry not to cut
go
you
ahead.
off, Tito. Also, he's done a heck of a job calling plays for the defense this year for the Buckeyes. But Mac Jones, that also probably says a lot about the fact that Bill Belichick had Matt Patricia as the OC in New
Right,
England
yeah.
when Mac Jones got there, which is a disaster.
It was a mess.
So, but you give credit for Shanahan for that. Carson Wentz struggling with the Vikings, not great there. Okay, but not great there. The situation with Cooper Rush being there, these other backups that have played. Mariota led the Washington team to a win. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's it. And so,
Why don't the Ravens? They should have signed Mariota.
Right,
There's another
yeah.
guy in the box list that we could check. Guy with pretty good athleticism, veteran guy. Like,
it says a lot about coaching to me, more so than the quarterbacks.
can you put your guy in a position to be able to have success?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not talking about for 7 games.
Right.
I'm talking for 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Can you put your backup quarterback, and hopefully the rest of your team isn't decimated as well, but can you put him in a situation where he'll feel comfortable enough where he can simply facilitate people making plays? He'll be confident in what you're doing. Your defense can play well. Everybody else steps up, and you can find a way to scrap out, a 23-20 win or something like that.
Go 1-1 instead of 0-2.
Yes.
But Bob, the thing with Baltimore, though, the headline, of course, is Lamar Jackson. But really, even if
He's also like probably one of the best players in the NFL. So it's
Sure.
going to be the drop is going to be bigger there with what you need Lamar to do than what you need what's his name in San Fran to do.
you're talking like with
Purdy.
Purdy.
Yeah.
Andy Purdy.
Yes. When you look at it, though, Bob, Baltimore's defense is the bigger issue.
Yeah, their defense
is
can't stop
horrible.
anybody.
So
And that's always been a calling card there.
yes, it's like even if Cooper Rush plays a average game, would they win? I don't know, because that defense is so bad. It's so bad this year.
And
they've
Lamar's
lost a lot
not
of
the
guys.
only one who's been hurt.
No,
I mean,
no.
I saw their injury report,
Yeah.
whatever, when it came out Sunday morning or Sunday afternoon, I guess technically 12:30
Yeah.
before the game. And it was like you could look at it, and even if you're just the most casual NFL fan, you're like, I know every one of these players.
Right.
It was Lamar, Ronnie Stanley, Kyle Hamilton, Marlon Humphrey. It was just on and on. I was like,
part
I
of the
know
reason-
every single one of these
That's
players.
part of the reason
Like,
the defense isn't as good.
Yeah.
Yes, that is
Those
also.
guys aren't playing.
That's they were missing their 6 highest paid players were out.
yeah.
on the team.
And that's just.
So when your salary cap's $220 million and like 120 of it's sitting on the sideline,
Right.
going to be pretty tough to win.
I know you can't wait to hear this, Bob. Dodgers 4, Phillies 3. They now have a 2-0 lead there in that best of 5. And Milwaukee beats the Cubs 7-3 in Milwaukee. So now the Cubs are on the brink of elimination as well.
The Dodgers are up 2-0 on them.
Yeah, on Philly.
Oh,
and
that
they go
stinks.
back to L.A. now.
Bryce Harper's kind of my dude. He's still
Philadelphia
a Philly, right?
is just like they've been banging their head on the door the last few years in the postseason, and they
Yeah.
just cannot get over the hump.
Yeah. Was Harper's connection because his wife went here? Is that what
Yeah,
it
his
was?
wife played soccer.
Okay,
here.
played soccer.
So he's my adopted guy that's still left.
He's your adopted guy that's still left. You have no ties with Shohei at all?
No.
Nothing
I don't-
in common.
I mean, I watched him play.
I don't know if you guys
We're
had
both
something.
big.
You're both big. There you go.
You weren't- I thought you were looped into some of that gambling.
That's true.
we're not going to talk about
We
it.
shared,
money
we
laundering
shared the bookie.
issue.
We shared the bookie.
Neither
Shared
one
the
of you
bookie.
Canadian. There's another thing you guys have in common as well.
I'll
right?
take the Blue Jays over the Yankees, though.
Yeah, it's a interesting to see how that'll play out as well. But as of now, though, Bobby, like we do, we're getting a late start here. We're going to try and set a record, but let's make us all a whole heck of a lot smarter.
Time to get smarter. Morning Juice presents Today in History. Here's your professor, Bobby Carpenter.
All right, General, make me smarts real good.
Oh, here we go. It is Tuesday, October 7th, the 280th day of the year. 85 days remaining in this 2025. This date, 1868, Cornell holds its opening day ceremonies.
I went to Cornell. Never heard of it.
I knew, it's so great just because of Andy Bernard. But Cornell opening day ceremonies, 412 students, the biggest university at the time in the United States. This date, 1913, Ford introduces its first moving assembly line. People don't move, the parts do. Callahan Auto. This date, 1916, Georgia Tech. It's the largest victory ever recorded in college football.
I know it.
Let's hear it.
222-0 against Cumberland.
Yep.
There you go. Look at that. A wealth of knowledge.
Known that since second grade.
You got any stats on that game for me?
It was a shutout.
Well,
And, Now, the way my teacher told me about it, he said, well, what happened every time? Cumberland, 3 plays and out. Georgia Tech scored 3 plays. I think there's some turnovers in there somewhere. I didn't look up the box score. I don't know if Bodie's got any audio from that, but yeah, 222-0.
Georgia Tech's back, too.
They are.
Ramblin' Wreck.
This day, 1986. Don't Stand So Close to Me by The Police is released.
This girl is half his age.
Oh,
Don't stand
this might not fly.
I didn't know what this was about until Rockman told me. It's amazing.
Did you see the video?
Yeah, the video's
Slowly as a
amazing.
teacher,
Yes.
student flirt
Well,
with him.
Sting used to be a teacher.
Yeah, right, yeah.
And have you seen, do you know what that song's about?
I have no idea.
That girl is half his age. It's about a student-teacher relationship.
Okay. Nice.
In driving.
Yes. Stand at the bus stop in the
car,
rain.
his car is warm and dry.
Yeah, right. I know, Bob.
It's amazing. I'm like listening to it. It's like, wow, that's blatantly obvious.
Yeah.
Why would, I guess in my mind, the thought that you would build a song around that, especially then, maybe now seems a little more acceptable. I don't know.
Don't stand so close to me. And every breath you take, I'm watching you. It seems like we got some issues
I
here.
think it's a Jeopardy before and after.
That's probably what it was. You're probably right.
This day, 1989, Forever Your Girl by Paul Abdul becomes the #1 album in the U.S. What a banger. I mean, Apex Paul Abdul is like Randy Johnson in his prime.
I would say in about the same, like a 4-year run, yeah.
So I'm saying
For her,
Apex.
yeah.
And then this day, 1989, Ricky Henderson steals a record 8 bases in a 5-game series. Like he has like every stolen base record, Bodie, that you can ever think of.
Yeah.
I mean, I would, because there's nobody that plays the game like him anymore.
No.
And this dude was stealing like crazy number of bases every year.
I think that's the thing, too, is like nowadays you're like, will we ever see another shooter like Steph? But it's probably not impossible because that's how everybody kind of air quotes, most guys play the game that way. And now, hell, you got kids who probably shouldn't be shooting three-pointers because they want to be like Steph. Stealing bases like that, it just feels impossible that would ever happen again because that's just, like you said, not how the game's really played that way.
You could
anymore.
steal 100 bases in a season, 14 years in a row, and still be second to Ricky.
Jeez.
There you go. Some birthdays today. Turning 86, the 2-time coach of Kansas State and the legend who built their program, Bill Snyder.
Everybody wonders why does Kansas State stay in the Big 8?
We were 0-26-1. Think about that for a minute. That's one game from being perfection the wrong way.
Mr. Bill Snyder, our new head football coach at Kansas State University.
Instead of discussing new football strategies, the new Cat coach talked mostly about caring.
The opportunity for the greatest turnaround in college football exists here today, and it's not one to be taken lightly.
The former assistant coach at Iowa sets no timetables for turning around K-State's dismal football program.
I had been told that the players in the program because they had never won, were accepting it. They were accepting defeat.
There were football lettermen here that wouldn't wear their letterman's jacket around campus at that time because they were embarrassed at what they were producing on the field.
Is there any light at the end of the tunnel?
There's light because we'll find a way to make it. They're not going to give up, and they won't. And I love them for it. I'm not going to give up on it either. We'll find a way.
One of the great ones. Kansas State was terrible before, and like Bodie, you would never know them being like bad.
Yeah, I don't.
They were like one of the
Northwestern
worst.
bad, yeah.
Yes.
I don't think I ever realized that. I was looking just through the records, which doesn't always tell everything, but it can say a lot.
Yeah.
And looking at the records, and it's like, goodness gracious, they were just horrendous before he got there, and pretty much ever since. And obviously, he's been gone a few years, not gone, gone,
Not
but
the Queen.
86.
Not
not
Ricky.
coaching anymore for a handful of years now. But basically, ever since he's gotten there, they've like at least
Been
bowl
decent.
game minimum,
Yeah.
and a lot of times 8, 9, 10 plus wins.
Oh yeah. They've been decent.
Shadow of Shoe thought that it was, I always thought it was, this girl is half diseased. That's what he said in
Well,
the chat.
Maybe.
Could be
I
that
don't know.
too.
Could be half diseased and half his age.
It's all in play.
Yeah.
Joy Behar turning 83 today. Dave Hope, the basis for Boston, turning 76 today.
Feels me, Bobby, like other than the Beatles and Elvis and the Rolling Stones, the band we've referenced the most somehow is Boston. I feel like there's been like 47 members this year that have had birthdays.
There's some different things that pop through there. I don't know. I go to 2 different websites to procure all this information, and I just feed what I only.
Sure. I'm gonna say it seems like they always
assimilate what is in there and get it all together. And part of it is, I'm the ultimate curator of it, and I like to hear Boston. So when I see somebody on there,
I'm with you.
It's going to give me a chance to play 10 seconds of Boston in the morning. I'm going to play 10 seconds of Boston.
Let's do it.
And Bodie really likes the city and the band.
I love that song, too.
It's turning 74 today. He used to go by the Cougar, Mr. John Mellencamp. He was born in a small town.
Yes, he was. I think pink houses.
A little pink house?
Yep, for you and me, Bob. For you and me.
Big one. Oh, I can't wait to see what you got for this. Shark, I drove by his house. Have you ever seen how they put the letters up, like happy birthday, such and such, Hulk for someone? Shark had this up today. I didn't want to take a picture because I didn't want to rat him out, but happy 70th. It said happy 73rd, Vladdy. I mean,
no.
Vladimir Putin.
Yeah, or Putin.
He's already been at the top of politics in Russia for 25 years. Now, Vladimir Putin is claiming another 6-year term as the country's president. This after an election in which he won 88% of the vote. Is that incredible? No, in fact, it's completely predictable in a country where any real viable candidate for president was excluded from the ballot except for Vladimir Putin. Of course, one of those was Alexei Navalny, the opposition leader apparently murdered just last month in an Arctic prison. How did Russians protest about this today? See it tonight. 7 News, 6 o'clock.
It's unfortunate for that other guy. What are the odds?
88% of the people voted for Vladimir.
It's a great approval rating.
The next day, 12% of the population vanished. And also, I wonder,
no, you can't get it. Listen, if you get it all, it looks suspicious. There's got to be some level of...
103% of the people voted for him. 103%.
Shark being one of them.
Yes, twice probably for Shark.
25 years. Long may he reign. They have term limits over there.
They do. It's why the election, Bob. There's no term limits, but
there was a 4-year stretch where he was not president. His prime minister became president, and then he was prime minister for 4 years, but then went back to being president.
Right. It's they know how to do it over there.
Hey, remember when we said the Soviet Union needed to fall and they need to become more like a democracy?
That's what it is now. You're right, Bob. There we go. That's what we got.
Congratulations. Yes. Former Dolphins head coach, former coach of mine in Dallas. Unfortunately, Tony Sperano, born on this date, 1961. He passed away 7 years ago. But another famous Tony, this one with an I, Tony Braxton, turning 58.
Unbreak my heart, say you love me again. Undo this hurt you caused when you walked out the door and walked out of my life.
Love you some Tony.
Oh, she's tremendous.
Is she crazy now?
Like a fox? Like crazy like a fox?
Yeah, I've got my vision of Tony in my mind. I don't want to be altered at all. So I don't know, is she gone? Didn't she reality show for a while or something? I don't know, Braxton Family or whatever it was. I don't know what it was, but it was something. And I don't know if she's gone crazy or not. I hope she hasn't, but I don't want that to taint.
You may be right. She may be crazy.
You're right, yeah.
It just may be a lunatic you're looking for there, Thitoff.
Hey, I've done a good job of scouting some of them out over the years. I'll tell you that, Bob.
Great scouting department, Thitoff. Priest Holmes, the 3-time first-team All-Pro and 2001 rushing leader, turning 52 today. My gosh, that hurt. Charles Woodson, turning 49, the Defensive Player of the Year, Heisman Trophy winner, national champion, Super Bowl champion.
Arguably the most recognized individual award in all of amateur sport, to the most outstanding collegiate football player in the United States, 1997. And the winner,
Peyton Manning. Motivating
from Michigan,
Manning.
Charles Woodson.
Thanks to everybody back at home in Fremont, Ohio, where I grew up, where it all started. Just want to say thanks to all those people. I used to always tell everybody when I was younger that I would win the Heisman Trophy. But when I started my defensive days at the University of Michigan, that dream kind of left. But you guys have brought that dream back. It gave me a chance earlier in the season, put me in the race, and allowed me the chance to be here.
They could never take that away from him, can they, Bob? Heisman.
Oh, they took Reggie's for a while.
Oh, wait. Unless.
Listen, he gave it back.
You're
I'm
right.
going to tell you this, dude.
Yeah.
I don't lock my doors all the time, but if I had the Heisman Trophy trying to get them, wanting them to bring me to return it, no, you ain't getting it. Come to the house. And I'm going to have Mark Sanchez. He's going to be my security guard outside. Him and OJ.
Get Sanchez.
Have OJ to go get it back for you.
Gas station ready.
Mookie Betts, Evan Longoria turning 41, the 3-time All-Star. And Mookie Betts, 8-time All-Star, turning 33.
Here we go. It's time to party. Right here.
3-2. High deep drive! He crushed it! It's a grand slam! Wow!
I'm telling you, it's time to party! How about that?
One of the most electrifying at-bats of the season, and I mean anywhere in the major leagues. Mookie Betts slaughters a grand slam.
Slaughters a grand slam.
Right there. It's great on the heels of the OJ joke. We said that. But, Bob, when you said Evan Longoria, it took me a second. I keep thinking Eve. When you said Evan Longoria 3-time, I was like, oh, what's he doing here? Turn out the baseball one, not the Tony Parker ex-wife.
I've been to her house.
You have?
Yeah.
Am I allowed to ask under what circumstances?
Just recreation.
Like, did you go by yourself to her house?
No, a friend of mine was asked to go by himself. She was still currently married to Tony Parker, so he said, why don't we have a couple other guys come with me just to make this a little less weird.
That makes it more weird if you ask me. Hey, I want you to come to my house. Can I bring 2 guy friends? Sure. So it won't be so weird? Why are the lights off?
No, their house is fairly large. It was in San Antonio. It was during camp when I was with the Cowboys.
This sounds like a podcast.
Well, it's sweet. Their pool was amazing. I mean, it was. I wish we wouldn't have had practice the next day and we could have hung out. Actually, we did hang out for a while, but not like. I think we did have the next morning off. I remember having like 8 beer or 2, but nothing like of substance. Thinking like I got to practice tomorrow.
You, 2 teammates, and her.
Maybe 3. I remember 4 of us. I don't know. She had a couple friends too.
Okay.
Cousin, it was. Yeah.
Okay, that makes it less weird, but I'm just...
Yeah.
Okay. Good for you.
Well, I mean, I wasn't the one that got invited. I was the plus 1, 2, or 3.
Still counts.
Still counts, Bob.
Practice squad guys still get the ring, don't they?
As beautiful in person in like regular way, or does she...
Not quite.
Okay.
And I really love Eva Longoria.
Right.
I thought she's a very pretty... because I've seen some people in person that I've been impressed with, that living up to expectations or maybe exceeding, and then some people are like, maybe not quite to the level that you had put them on the pedestal of.
A couple of Romo's girls you said were like Jessica Simpson, very pretty.
Couple of Romo's girls.
Right, and then what was the other one? Carrie Underwood?
Carrie Underwood.
Also very pretty in person?
Yeah, very, very pretty in person. Jessica more pretty in person than Carrie, though.
I would tell you this, though. If the story
Sophia
had been...
Bush, cute, yeah.
Instead of Eva, it would have been Evan, and you took some buddies to go to Evan's house to hang out because you want to be weird, that'd be a different story.
It'd probably been more fun.
No, there's no way it would be more fun. No way.
Well, here's the one thing. Eva smoked cigarettes.
That's an all.
That's what I'm saying. Well, there you go. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, all right.
Her and her sister or cousin were tearing down a couple heaters, and I'm like, all right, Kind of right there. Like,
yeah, that's it.
Kick the stool. He kicked the stool out.
Yeah.
That hurt. That hurt. That really hurt.
Let's go to Evan's house, guys. This is not working for me.
I mean, they were smoking Cowboy Killers, though. You're going to go Marlboro Reds all day. I mean, why not? Go big or go home. And then some passings today, all the victims of the 2023 Israeli attack. Hearts and prayers with their families, as that's still raging on over there in Israel. Some holidays observances today. It's LED Light Day. It's National Flower Day, National Forgiveness Day as well. National Personal Safety Day. Thank you, Mark Sanchez. And those historical events, your birthdays, your passings, your holidays, observances for this date, Tuesday, October 7th, the 280th day of the year and 85 days remaining in this 2025.
Well done as always, General. And I appreciate you telling me it's National Forgiveness Day. I'm going to get a lot of play out of that today. When I talk to anybody, hey, man, look, just forgive me, okay? It's National Forgiveness Day. Honey, forgive me. Okay, just forgive me. Everyone.
Even if you don't love me anymore.
Yes, just forgive me. Coming up next.
I've been trying to get down to the heart of the matter.
That's a great song.
No doubt it is. That's why I referenced it.
Coming up next, will a decision be made? We'll do that next. Morning Juice.
James Laurinaitis here for my guys at Green & Sons, the premier Kubota dealership in Central Ohio. Green & Sons has all the Kubotas you need to tackle your land and come out a winner. They have zero-turn skid steers, tractors from 18 to 171 horsepower, and also utility vehicles. My favorite is my RTV Sidekick. The best thing about Green & Sons is they've been family-owned and operated since 1970, and you will love dealing with the Green family and their winning team. Do what I did and check out Green & Sons located in Mount Sterling and Marysville, or online at greensons.com for all your Kubota needs.
Every child deserves a safe, loving, and permanent home. Help the Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption find families for children who've lingered in foster care the longest. Learn more at davethomasfoundation.org.
Hi, this is Martina McBride. With online news, social media, and texting available 24/7, the world seems to be spinning faster and faster every day. And it can be overwhelming. Sometimes we just need to unplug and take a break from our electronic devices. It can help reduce stress and allow us to reflect on the things that are really important in our lives.
This message brought to you courtesy of the United States Air Force.
In honor of all those we've lost to cancer and those still fighting and thriving, like basketball analyst and cancer champion Dick Vitale.
I want to beat cancer. I'm going to beat it. That's no doubt in my mind. I'm going to win this battle.
Defeating cancer will take all of us. Join our team to help fund game-changing research that saves lives. At the V Foundation, V is for victory over cancer. V is for victory over the odds. V is for victory over health disparities, victory over setbacks, victory over the unknown. V is for victory over giving up.
Don't give up. Don't ever give up.
Donate to the V Foundation to join our team and help save lives.
Cancer can take away all my physical abilities. It cannot touch my mind, it cannot touch my heart, and it cannot touch my soul.
100% of donations fund game-changing cancer research. Donate now to the V Foundation at v.org.
When it comes to a gun suicide attempt, all it takes is a moment.
Heather and I had an argument just like any other couple. I was lost. I had snapped. I had a gun and I was going to take my own life. Heather helped me realize that there was still a life to live for the better of myself, my family. My weapon is now safely put away.
A moment of crisis can happen to anyone. Store your guns, locked, unloaded, and away from ammo. Hear more safe stories at endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by Brady and the Ad Council.
Since 2003, Wounded Warrior Project has helped post 9/11 veterans adjust back to civilian life. Through specialized programs, they begin healing their bodies and minds while regaining a sense of camaraderie. Learn more at woundedwarriorproject.org/possible.
One man is a national champion, NFL veteran, and local business leader. The other man is Tito. This is Morning Juice.
Sponsored by Riverside Bank of Dublin.
Here's Bobby and Tito.
Mike's off there, right, buddy?
I think so.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you doing that. Let's do something here.
Oh, you hear the sound. You know what it is. It's a Tuesday. Which means it's an appetizer Tuesday at the one and only Roosters. A featured appetizer is going to be $3 all day long. Inquiring minds want to know, what is that featured appetizer? It's one of my favorites. very underrated. The
Boston,
fried pickles.
Ooh.
They're good. Crispy on the outside, pickly on the inside. Just
Piping hot.
Piping hot. They will burn your mouth
Yes,
if you're
they
not
will.
careful. I mean, I brought some home yesterday. They were delicious. I put them in the air fryer to bring them back to life, and then I burnt my mouth. Couldn't wait 2 seconds till it got out.
No.
Let me just grab one right out of the tray, and there it happened. But it was delicious. $3 all day long at Roosters, and they've got the Roosters Buckeye giveaway right now where they're giving away game tickets, pregame passes. I think they have one more round of playoff trips that they're going to be giving away. So go to roosterswings.com to register for that as well.
Can I register a team for that trip to the playoffs?
Yes, that's not a bad idea.
An entire roster and a coaching staff.
It's the Buckeyes' first game, so I don't know if maybe it'd be a rematch.
What about a former Buckeye?
There you go.
Would you want to take all the coordinators?
You know what? TBD.
Okay. Bob, what are you doing today at noon Eastern time? I shouldn't have to say Eastern time. I guess noon.
I'll probably be coming back from my lunch with my wife and getting ready to do my YouTube show with Schlegs.
Well, make sure you are tuned in because apparently what happens at noon today, according to sources, and the source being LeBron James, today
the decision, part two,
will be the decision of all decisions at noon.
Oh.
Now, lots of speculation of what this could be. Could it be announcing his retirement at the end of the season? Could it be announcing retirement 2 years from now? Could it be some just stupid marketing thing where I've got a new shoe coming out?
That'd be my vote.
Whatever it is, if it's basketball related, I don't think you can put it down as the gospel. You know what I mean? Like,
I think he says he's going to retire at the end of the year.
End of this year.
I would say that would be true.
Is that what you think too, Bodie?
Do I think that's what he's going to say, or do I believe him? No, I don't. Do you think that's what he's going to say today, or
I don't
you're
know
just
if that's
saying
what
if
he's
you
gonna
believe
say.
him?
But if he said that, I would think that would be
I agree.
true.
Yeah. I assume it's just going to be some new sponsorship endorsement or whatever.
Space Jam 3?
Yeah, well, the second one was so good. How can you not make a third?
Right.
I don't get me wrong, I do think whenever LeBron goes, he's going to take his retirement tour and he'll
it'll be a full
cash that check.
Right.
Yeah. But I don't think he's going out Tim Duncan style where it's just like, hey man, you just kind of head out the door and let everybody know whenever they figure it out. But I don't know to do it at noon on a Tuesday.
I know.
A week and change before the season starts. Like,
is that noon Eastern or noon Pacific?
Noon Eastern.
So that's 9 a.m.
9 a.m. out there.
Yeah. That doesn't make sense to me. Also, given that the video was already kind of shown.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's already been recorded, right?
Right.
I assume. I think that would be something he would do more live. LeBron he likes attention. There's no doubt about that. But I don't know if he would have a decision part two to announce his retirement. I don't know if he'd go that far.
Well, and that's the thing.
Maybe I'm wrong though.
He can't announce I'm taking my talent to South Beach. You can't do that. You're in a contract that's with the Lakers. So it cannot be I'm going to a new team. It can't be that. So it feels like it's got to be either a timeline for retirement, unless maybe you could fire Mike Brown again. I don't know, but if any of you says
about David Blatt,
yeah, right. Even if I'm retiring, I don't know if it's going to be true or not. I don't know if he'll really, because I don't know if LeBron, just the way he's wired,
LeBron James,
if he knows right now that he wants this to be his last year.
Maybe.
I agree.
It's like a Scott's Tots situation.
Oh, could be, yeah.
Got you all laptop batteries.
He's got that. He's got the school in Akron. Maybe
You're
they're
right.
It's like a Scott's Tots.
Could it be the opening of a second school in L.A.? Could it be that?
I think you could put anything on the table, and I'd probably believe it. I just don't think he's going to announce his retirement today.
No, I don't think he is today either. But
I also think he would be. I don't know. I think he would want the retirement tour.
Mm-hmm.
But I also think he's playing still at such a high level.
Right.
That, like, if he announced it, like, I don't know if he would be the type or maybe not, I shouldn't say. I don't know if he would ever want to say something that far ahead of like a season. And I know the season's starting shortly, but because what if he said it like, today, and then you get to March 15th and the Lakers are pushing for 60 wins and him and Luka are just killing it. And is he going to go? Now, maybe he would go out with the title. I don't know, but.
Well, look at the flip side of it, too. Let's say he does. Let's say he says, you know what, this is my last year, okay? 2 weeks in, ruptures his Achilles.
Yeah.
Would he then want to come back and say, you know what, because I'm not going to go out like this. I know Barkley did a big thing with that. When Barkley got hurt, and he came back to make sure he did not, that wasn't his last time you saw him on the court. I think he came in and scored a basket. It was just, a ceremony, if I remember correctly. But he could make that announcement, but just if something could change, like you mentioned, the 60 wins and a chance to win a title maybe, and maybe they get this close to getting there. By the way, if you look on the YouTube, you'll see what this means. It's a very small thing on the radio. You won't be able to tell.
And if they're this close this year, maybe he says like, well, we're one move away next summer. Let me run it back.
Right.
Now, look, he wouldn't be the first person to say I'm retiring and then play longer than said retirement, but.
Will either of you make it a point to be tuning in or at least aware of it around noon?
Now that you told me, I think the term will be generally aware.
Yeah.
Okay.
Agreed.
So if there's something significant, I'll probably look in at 12:15 to see what happened.
Do you like that for a poll question, Bode? Will you tune in to LeBron's decision at noon today?
I like that, Tito. I had just typed out on the tweet today's fan poll, 971thefan.com, but I was searching. So.
Maybe what will his decision be?
You can do that also. Either way, we can do both polls. One for all the other shows. That's what we have to do, and then one for our Morning Juice listeners on what you think the decision will be. One or the other. I'm saying flip it around a little bit. Do one for the fan. And by the way, I have it on good authority that other hosts did like some of our creativity with the polls.
Of course.
And
just content. That's all it is.
And so I think we should lean into that and add more work for Bodie. Or maybe the other producer can do it for us. But, I don't know what Bodie's got going on right now, but we could maybe do that. But, yes, I will. I am not going to tune into it like the OJ verdict, but.
That just came out earlier. Was it last week? Yeah.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
It was October 3rd.
I'm not going to tune in on that one. I think it's got the opportunity to be very disappointing, though, if he calls it the decision of all decisions, it ends up being something stupid. But
that would be my guess.
That's something stupid?
Yeah.
Like
an endorsement or something along those lines.
I've decided to release an album. Something like that.
Yeah.
Don't be an idiot.
Change my life.
Coming up next, Quick Hitters, Morning Juice.
Regenerative treatments for joint pain are creating lots of excitement in the orthopedic community. QC Kinetics Medical Director Dr. Ray Tessner recalls a recent conversation with one of the country's most acclaimed orthopedic doctors.
He said, when you and I are young, the arthroscope was a quantum leap in treating orthopedic problems. I think regenerative medicine is the new arthroscope.
Surgery is no longer the go-to solution for chronic joint pain in your knees, hips, shoulder, or back. QC Kinetics is leading the next quantum leap. All natural regenerative treatments that provide relief and mobility.
I think one of the tenets of being a good physician is the old saying of do no harm. That's what I enjoy about this form of treatment is there's very little chance that we're going to cause harm, and that's refreshing to me to be able to eliminate the dangers that can come sometimes with surgeries.
Book your free consultation today in Dublin or Gahanna. Call 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544. Or go to qckinetics.com/Columbus.
Hey, Bobby Carpenter here with the Riverside Bank of Dublin Sports Money Report. Leadership is the thing that turns good teams into great teams. And it's not just having someone who's vocal in the locker room. It's about that person being able to back it up on the field. It's the same with business. Some of the best companies are born from great leaders who aren't afraid of getting their hands dirty. Chuck Moore, CEO, and Travis Sanders, president of Riverside Bank of Dublin, know a thing or two about that.
Thanks, Bobby. There's no substitute for doing the right thing, and often the hard thing in business. Managing the books, cash flow, and sales tracking are important, but not as important as developing a team.
Spot on, Chuck. All the great leaders you and I have had the opportunity to watch aren't afraid to jump in the field and get things done. That's the mentality we want around here, and that's what we strive for every day. We can all agree that greatness comes from work, leaders lead by example, and those two things will never change.
Tune in every day for the Riverside Bank of Dublin Sports Money Report. Visit their their office at 6300 France Road in Dublin or online at riverside.bank.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Lexi spent more than 6 years in foster care.
Before I was adopted, I felt alone.
With help from the Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption, Lexi now has a forever family and the foundation for a bright future.
Adoption changed me for the better. I feel like I can be whoever I want to be.
You can help find permanent homes for children still lingering in foster care. Learn more at davethomasfoundation.org.
Okay, let's go. Top row.
EYECARE?
Good. Next row.
AM America? iCareAmerica.org?
Yes. Eye Care America helps seniors who haven't had a medical eye exam in 3 or more years. They also help those with an increased risk for glaucoma, and the appointment is often free or at no out-of-pocket cost. It's easy to see if you qualify. Go to EYECareAmerica.org.
Bobby is the all-American male. Tito pulled a hammy getting his mail. This is Morning Juice.
I got to figure it out, Bob. Just want you to know. I did some research there on the break, did some deep soul searching, and I understand why LeBron is doing this. Somebody got in LeBron's ear who didn't have the entire facts and said, hey, Ryan Day announces retirement. It's big news. And LeBron's like, oh.
You're going to let him one-up you?
Hold my beer. Hold my Sprite. I am going to one-up that one, not knowing that it was not a real, fake announcement, if that makes any sense. That's my take on it. All right, Bodie, let's do some quick hitters.
Morning Juice presents Quick Hitters.
Sponsored by Dr. Mark Levy. If you're snoring and not sleeping, call Dr. Mark Levy today at 1-800-MORE-SLEEP.
He's Bodie Wells.
Happy Tuesday, fellas. We'll start with college football here. A little more than a month ago, the Auburn Tigers went into Waco and beat Baylor 38-24 to begin this season. Next year, the two teams were set to meet on the Plains for the second half of that home-and-home series, but it was announced yesterday that Auburn is moving that home contest to Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta as part of an arrangement with the Aflac kickoff game to provide NIL opportunities for Tigers players, a first in college football for neutral site games. The Peach Bowl, in coordination with the Aflac game, will provide opportunities for promotional appearances for Auburn players, promoting ticket sales and ancillary events. Tito, do you like this idea for the Tigers football program?
I have a question first, and Bob, I'm sure you can answer this. How far away is Auburn University from Atlanta?
I don't know, maybe 4 hours.
It's that far away?
I don't know.
Okay, that's fine. If it's more than a couple hours, like that bothers me.
I think it might be a little less, and
like
the only
3?
reason I know that is because when Ohio State played Auburn at State Farm Arena, I think just this past season.
Okay.
I remember it was a neutral site, but I swear I remember Paul and Ron on the broadcast saying, like, oh, it's a neutral site, but we're only a couple hours away from Auburn, so there were a lot of Auburn fans there.
What I try to do, Bob, when I hear things like this, looks like it's 1 hour, 41 minutes, 108 miles.
Never mind.
Okay. When I think
about
about this,
without traffic.
It all depends on traffic. It's like that one track star, I think at UCLA or USC one year, they asked him, how far, because he used to run to campus. They asked, how far away do you live from campus? He said 2 or 3 miles, depending on traffic. But, Bob, I try to equate it to Ohio State, that if Ohio State moved a game from the shoe.
I hate that, by the way.
I know, to like an hour and 41 minutes away. So
Cincinnati.
Okay.
We played Paul Brown. We played Paul Brown, Cincinnati, down there my freshman year.
And that was a home game for you guys?
I think it was an away game.
I think it was a away game then, too.
We had we had like 8 home games and a neutral site game. It was a Notre Dame schedule.
First of all, you don't throw shade at Notre Dame, but you guys
it's not shade. It's well done. He's like,
but like Bob, so I look at it like, okay, hour and 41 minutes away. I'd be pissed as an Ohio State fan if they gave up a home game to go to Cincinnati.
Well, the thing is, like, there's a lot of people there that can go to that game. Then otherwise, that it would be different. But yeah, giving up a home game for this, I bet people will be upset about it. If you're telling me it's raising money for NIL, I guess go for it. I don't know how this is going to raise money, like, because Auburn still needs the gate. Like,
sure,
they need opportunities.
I mean, the Northwestern game was in Cleveland for Ohio State one year, right? Did they play a football game against Northwestern up in Cleveland? and I think it was a home game for Ohio State then on that one. But I don't like the idea of doing that. That's all. I just don't. I don't quite get the. I understand why what they're trying to accomplish there, but as a fan, I would not be happy about that.
After finally getting off to a good start this season, beating the Browns and Jaguars to get to 2-0, it has all come crashing back down to earth for the Cincinnati Bengals with Joe Burrow on IR due to that turf toe injury. Cincinnati's 0-3 since, and frankly, their offense has been just an absolute disaster outside of the fourth quarter against Detroit on Sunday when they were kind of already getting blown out. Despite the offensive woes, head coach Zach Taylor told the media on Monday that he will not be giving up play calling duties, a role that he has filled since becoming the head man for the Bengals in 2019. I feel very comfortable. It's a fair question. We scored 3 points in 3 games in the first half. I totally understand that, but right now it's going to remain the same, Taylor told reporters yesterday. Through 5 games, the Bengals sit at 2-3. They rank near the bottom in every major statistical category. On offense, they're 30th in points per drive, 31st in yards per play, and a tie for 28th in offensive points per game.
Like that.
Bobby, I feel like even if he did give up play calling duties, he would just be rearranging chairs on like Titanic.
Yeah, I don't know if him calling the plays or whoever's calling the plays is going to help. It's the quarterback running the plays that you need to get fixed, and that is a rough situation. Now, they probably could be a little bit better, but
hard to be worse.
That's the answer. It's really hard to be worse with what they've done. So, yeah, not necessarily a great situation. I get why he's not going to do it, but I don't think that's the problem that they're having.
It's the guy who's executing the plays. That's the issue.
It's execution.
Yes.
I'm in favor of it.
I'm in favor of it. The Jake Browning, he's looked bad this year and in the games he's played. And I know last week they finally got Chase and Higgins more involved, but the other Chase Brown, is still struggling with that running game. The offensive line is still not great. By the way, Bob, and I'm not sure, 1991, Northwestern played against Ohio State at what was called the Modell Bowl, Municipal Stadium. It was a home game for Northwestern.
Way to honor one of the great leaders in Ohio history.
Don't make that a poll question. But, Bob, Northwestern, was the home team.
Okay.
Ended up in Cleveland. That's why. I don't know if there's another game after that. I keep thinking there's a game in the 2000s where it was in Cleveland also, but I don't know for sure.
They played a spring game, I think, up there.
Is that what it was? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, there you go then. That's much what I'm thinking of then. Okay. When they were probably doing like some kind of stuff at the stadium,
I thought
right?
they did play Toledo. Maybe they did play Toledo.
Toledo, you might be right on that, Bob. You might be right there.
That was a Tress. That was after me. I think that would have probably been somewhere between 2007 and 10.
Okay.
Somewhere in there.
Let me see. I'm going to look it up here while I'm talking about September 19th, 2009.
There you go.
That's what it was.
I could window for you, Bodie.
Yeah, it was a game at the new Brown Stadium, the current whatever the hell it's called now. But yes, that's what it was. So they played there in 2009. Ohio State won that game. It was 38-0 maybe. I think I'm looking at
shutout,
something like that. Anyway,
all right, back to college football here, guys. It has been an ugly debut season in college football for Bill Belichick, both on and off the field in Chapel Hill. The Tar Heels, they have gotten ran off the field, frankly, in every Power 4 game this season, most recently by a 1-3 Clemson team, 38-10 this past weekend. Off the field, the program has made some headlines with their pettiness, frankly. Last month, Belichick confirmed that he was banning New England Patriots scouts from attending team practices. And the latest saga comes from the world of social media. North Carolina football's social media department has been and had been directed to avoid posting or retweeting anything Patriots related from the school's official X/Twitter account. A source with knowledge of North Carolina's social media strategy told CBS Sports. It became pretty obvious to many on Sunday night when Drake May led New England to a huge win over the Bills in Buffalo on Sunday Night Football. And Drake May, former North Carolina quarterback. The May family is pretty legendary there down in Chapel Hill. Their silence was finally broken yesterday morning at about 10 a.m. when North Carolina's official Twitter account posted some highlights of May's game from that Sunday night win and then some highlights of him back when he played for Carolina.
Did they wash the uniform so you couldn't tell what team it was?
Tito, this is just ridiculous, isn't it? I mean, are we heading towards something that this could just be a one and done because it's such a disaster?
It's Odin. Yes, it's one and done. That's what this is. This is one and done for them. And by the way, Bob, I know Belichick famously resigned as HC of the NYJ the day he's supposed to be introduced.
Yeah.
If I'm North Carolina, when I fire Bill Belichick, I also fire Steve Belichick as HC of the UNC? No, Belichick's supposed to take over after Bill goes. Like, that's the...
I think that's written into the deal. I think that was talked about, though. But, yes, I don't disagree with you that. Their defense has been a mess.
Yeah.
And it's because he's running it, and Bill's letting him run it, and he's running it into the ground. He's doing as good as the job as that Italian cruise line driver who buried that thing under the side into the coast. I mean, it's really hard to be that bad, but believe me, they're getting there.
But it's like the best thing Carolina can do right now is completely
You just gotta
exercise
ride it
them.
out. You gotta ride it out.
But then it's gone. Like, no more Belichick's.
Yeah.
No more coaches that start with B. Not like, get rid of everything.
This was such a disaster. We just have to wipe the slate clean.
Yes.
I mean, we've seen it before in sports. I'm trying to think of an example off the top of my head. It probably happens in the NFL more than it does college. Is there anybody in college who did a year and it was just like, this was so bad we had no choice but to fire?
1 year and then fired in college. Let me think about that one. I don't know if that's... There may have been some interim coaches but not gone after just like coming as ballyhooed and hyped as Belichick was.
Because college, they usually give you time because there was like, I got to get my guys in. The NFL is a little different.
Yeah. I mean, it was a year and change, obviously, but what's his face at UCLA just got a month into the second year.
Right, Deshaun Foster.
Which isn't really that far off. I mean, if you're going to do it less than a month into year two, you might as well just do it after 1 year and just restart the whole thing there.
You usually see it when it's somebody quitting after 1 year versus where it's just then getting let go after 1 year.
Yeah.
You usually see it the other way. I'm trying to think who was the again, the college basketball ranks with Huggins, right? Was Huggins like at Kansas State for 1 year, then goes to West Virginia where he wanted to be? It was like things like that have happened, but you don't see it much like, though, where they fire you after 1 year.
Yeah. Last one here, guys. Bad news for us in Columbus. It's time to stop printing the Connor McDavid Blue Jackets jerseys. I say tongue-in-cheek. News broke on Monday that the all-time great signed a 2-year extension worth a discount, actually, of $12.5 million per season with the Edmonton Oilers. He's now under team control for the next 3 seasons. He would have been a free agent after this coming year here. The 3-time Hart Award, 5-time Art Ross Trophy, and 2024 Conn Smythe Trophy winner is simply missing one award that would cement his status as one of the sport's greatest players ever. That's a Stanley Cup. Edmonton lost to Florida in each of the last 2 Stanley Cup finals. Bobby, as we try to mend our broken heart here that McDavid's not going to be playing for the Jackets, I know you have a disdain for Canadian hockey teams.
But he's good.
Do you find it? Are you the type that it's like he's so great you'd like to see him win at least one? That way he's not Charles Barkley.
And win one in Edmonton, like super small market. Ever since Gretzky left there, it's been a mess.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, for 40 years, and then they got him, and they were going to move the team. Like Edmonton is not big. I mean, it's Green Bay. And so with what they've been able to do there with him and how good he has been is awesome to see. And I'm glad they're taking care of him. I'm glad he chose to stay there. I think that's good for sport. And we'll see if he can finally kick the door in at some point.
It's a 2-year extension, like you said, Bodie, for $25 million, below market value for him.
Yeah.
He could have gotten a longer-term deal with a lot more money if he wanted to, but he wanted to give them flexibility. And
gives him flexibility too, right? He can still hit free agent at age 31. So if the team in the next 3 years goes in a different direction,
I'm curious with both of you, and they're partners of ours, and I respect that. I go to Jackets games when I want to go to Jackets games. Okay,
so what up? You're not forced to go to Jackets games?
No, it's like
no one binds and gags you and drags you into.
Well, that's happened, but that's a whole other story. And Sanchez was involved.
Not a nationwide arena.
Yes, but I'm curious. Do you guys ever say, this guy's coming here, I want to watch him play, like an opposing guy coming in, be it McDavid, be it Ovechkin, somebody like that? Do you guys ever make a choice on going to see a Jackets game based on who's coming in?
Who the team they're playing, probably.
The team they're playing.
I mean, because if they're good. But yeah, I mean, a little bit. That's not one of my main things, but seeing Connor McDavid, if they're playing Edmonton, someone's like, hey, would you want to go to the game? Maybe that would be the sweetener, I guess. It's not going to be the reason
with Pittsburgh. Maybe
I don't care about watching him anymore.
No, I'm just saying. I think that, and I wonder if Jackets, because if you look at the way the Jackets' history has gone, and they do a fantastic job of presenting the product, which is why
you got to see it live, Tito.
Yeah, you got to see it live. Defend defend NWA, carry the flag.
There is
be
no
the
defend
line.
NWA.
I know, Bob.
You're not allowed to call it that in here.
Why can't I call it NWA?
Because it's terrible. The guy that started calling it that's no longer here, and so you're not allowed to
we had
call
somebody call it that was here? I didn't know it was coined by somebody who was here.
It was coined, but he used to reference it in updates.
Now you got
Nationwide is one word.
I know it's one word. I know, but
and they're on your side.
Yes, that's fair also. But what I'm saying is, though,
chicken parm, you taste so good.
The fact that they have done so well at the gate, despite having some lean years, leads me to believe, for the most part, Blue Jackets fans go based on the experience and the team, not based on who's in town. I don't think we see a huge spike necessarily when McDavid's in town or Ovechkin or anybody else who's been great over the years. I don't think we see a huge spike there. As a matter of fact, I bet we see a bigger spike when it's a hated player coming in. When somebody who's done the Jackets wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
PLD comes back.
Yeah, something like that.
Patrick Laine.
Right. I think something like that, you're more likely to see a spike. But I don't think... I can't think of a time I went to a Jackets game because of the opposing player or team that was here. It was more just because, hey, you know what? It's a Thursday night. Let's go see the Jackets play.
And if it works out, it's like, oh,
yeah,
cool.
Great. Yeah, if that happens, that's great.
Right.
Yes, but
hosting Edmonton, nice. Okay.
But the experience is consistent regardless. I think, which is why they do so well there.
And I think too, sometimes there are sports fan bases who just take pride in that.
Yeah,
it's like, you know what, we're going to show up no matter what, even if the team isn't very good.
Yeah.
Which the Jackets have obviously had some very struggling years. Now, they were pretty strong last year, and hopefully they can build off of that, get over the hump, and get into the postseason this year. But, I mean, I would say you probably see this from Browns fans, too. I mean, Browns fans have not had a ton to cheer about over the last 2.5 decades, but they still care just as much. The stadium's still pretty full on Sundays and whatnot when they play at home.
I want to make sure everyone knows this. When I made the reference I had no intention of Bodie comparing the Browns to the Blue Jackets fans. I had no intention of doing that.
I mean, look.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying I don't want that to be on my shoulders.
Saying in a good way.
I understand. Nice job on the quick hitters. Coming up next, folks. Schlegs? Question mark? We'll do that next. Morning Juice.
Delaware County Veterans Services, here for those who served. Located on the ground floor of the historic courthouse in downtown Delaware, our team of Veteran County Veteran Service officers is ready to help you access VA benefits, emergency financial assistance, dental and medical grants, transportation, and more. Need a ride to a VA appointment? Facing a financial emergency? Are you or your spouse simply looking for answers? Then give Delaware County Veterans Services a call. 740-833-2010 to schedule an appointment. Delaware County Veterans Services.
My son Ian was diagnosed with a brain tumor at the age of 16 months. The outlook was pretty rough. I mean, it was, we had no hope until St. Jude rescued us. I mean, they saved him. To this date, we are 12 years into this journey, and from day one, we've never once seen a bill. It gave us the peace of mind to know that we're there with our son, and we're gonna beat cancer together. Now, he is doing really, really well. He's alive because of what St. Jude has done. He's here because of the doctors who came before, their blood, their sweat, their tears, the knowledge accumulated and shared, with everyone else around the world. This is how we get rid of this, how we help kids beat cancer all over. It's the future.
Together, we will make cures possible for every child everywhere. Learn more at stjude.org.
Diane from Michigan, a disabled senior citizen trying to get by. Henry from Florida, a veteran fighting to make ends meet. Elena from Arizona, a mother struggling to feed her daughter. Hi, I'm Connie Britton, and I support Feeding America because they help provide over 6 billion meals to people in need each year, like Diane, Henry, and Elena. Learn more at feedingamerica.org. Feeding America, 200 food banks strong.
As we wonder why our kids are struggling, someone is getting bullied. As we discuss how to improve their mental health, someone is being harassed on social media. As we wonder why they're skipping school, someone is crying themselves to sleep. Knowing the signs is the best way to prevent bullying.
Please just leave me alone.
Learn the signs at sandyhookpromise.org.
Yo, I'm your old basketball. Haven't seen you out on the courts in a while. Why not pass me over to Goodwill? Donating me helps Goodwill's mission to provide career training and support services right here in the community. And that's a slam dunk. Donate today. Hey, I got next.
To find your nearest Goodwill locations and to learn more about our mission, please visit goodwill.org. Goodwill, where your things start new lives.
Proud to be your go-to sports addiction.
WBNS, WBNS-FM, HD3 Columbus.
The Fan 3, Ohio sports destination. Attack and dominate. You're locked into Morning Juice.
Sponsored by Riverside Bank of Dublin.
Here's Bobby and Tito.
I don't know if there's a time change. We're trying to get Schlegs, though, now. As far as like a time zone change, I guess I'm asking where Schlegs is currently located. I don't know. We're going to try to get Schlegs on here, though, now. Bob, we didn't spend a ton of time on Ohio State, Minnesota yesterday. And we're going to hear more from Ryan Day coming up in the next segment after this one. But the Minnesota game, is there – and I know what I appreciate about what Ryan Day did is one of his opening or first comments after the game was he talked about two things that Ohio State cannot do. One of them was Bo Jackson trying to stretch the ball out, and he said, we can't do that because it didn't cost us in this game, but it could cost us in another game, and it could cost us, paraphrasing here, it could be the difference in a win or a loss situation, something like that. And then he also mentioned Keenholz on that run play when Keenholz came in. I think it was like 3rd and 2, and they brought him in, and he essentially said that Keenholz picked the wrong gap.
Well, he bounced it, and there was a hole there where the hole was supposed to be. I never like judging runners on their vision because I think it's a dicey proposition when you start telling people where to go. Mm-hmm. But there was a hole there.
Yeah.
And that's where it was supposed to be.
And I love the fact, though, that Day brought that up. And and it just reinforces the fact that he said, we're playing against Ohio State every week. That's who we're playing against. It's us against us. And
it's the paradox that drives us all.
I know it's not meant as any kind of disrespect to the opponent, but that's what they do, and that's why they're having the success they're having. But it certainly was a game where Ohio State just methodically wore down Minnesota. Like there was, and again, I don't know, Bobby, I don't know if there's been a time this year. Like I can't think of a single time where it's like, you know what, this might not be great, and this team might give Ohio State a challenge. I haven't felt that well. Even in the Texas game, I didn't really think that. I never really felt like Texas was. No,
because Ohio State was in control of the game the whole time. Now, coming in, I thought Texas would be better and more comparable. Sure. But this goes to show, no matter who you have out there, offensively or whatever, you can have issues, and that's what Texas has had.
We got them.
The best way to start a morning is with a heavy dose of iron. Gas station ready, always. It is Schleg Day.
Schlegs, I'm not going to accuse you of this, but sometimes people will be fashionably late and show up just to get the attention. I don't think that's what happened today, but we're glad to have you on, my friend. And I'm curious, watching that Ohio State game, I know you, as a former defensive player, has to love what this team's doing, giving up 25 points in 5 games.
Yeah. Hang on, my alarms will keep going off. Hey, I was, where my phone was.
You're going to tell me you were up?
No, I've been in and out. I've been in and out of upness.
What does that mean? In and out of upness?
Yeah, in and out of consciousness. In bed, oh man, I'm getting up at 6:30, and then, you know what? I'm good. I can just rest a little bit more, but I'm still awake. I can hear things going on around me, steps over here drinking coffee and doing things.
This is what I'm saying. I text your wife, and she answers immediately.
She's an alpha female. I'm over here sleeping. Hey, I'm prepping for the Bobby Carpenter show last night, watching the Jags game, and then I actually built my garage. I cleaned out my garage last night. I've been doing things, and guess what? I was sleeping.
You said drinking coffee. You said your wife's drinking coffee. Do you think if you just said my wife's over there drinking, we would have thought something different?
Steph's not my wife.
Okay, so I'm saying, no, I think that's all. I'm not accusing. I'm saying if you just said my wife's over there drinking, I don't think we would have thought. I'm glad you qualified with coffee, but it wasn't, it didn't change what I thought she was doing when you said drinking.
Yeah. Back to the defense. Hey, listen, they are fantastic. It is so fun watching them play. They play so fast and violent, and I'm here for it. I'm standing up at the game. I'm just watching. I'm cheering. The whole time.
Just like that?
Time. Just like that. You like that? Now, that was my quiet, that was my quiet one.
Oh, gosh. What do you, okay. So it's like the third, okay, go ahead.
No, I mean, guys, come on. They were 1 of 11 on third down. Minnesota was. They had 1 first down on third down in the first opening drive. It's crazy talk.
Well, it's even,
so good.
Yeah, they've been tremendous. So it's the 5th game in a row, no double digits. I mean, how long can that point streak stay alive?
I don't know. Here's what I think it is, and you know how it is, Bob. Like, you don't ever want to. Hey, let's keep them under 10 again. You know, like you just. They're all about doing their job. Like, there's so many good examples last game of eye discipline, the guys just doing their job. That's why, teams are going to score eventually, right? Doesn't mean that you want them to, no, but I think that they have this mentality that they're not going to score on us. And especially when they get in the red zone, you definitely ain't scoring. But I love their mindset. Bob, you see them at practice. I mean, they practice with intentionality that shows up in the game. And their communication is something that is practiced and worked on all week, which allows them to play that way. It's just, it's the best defense I've seen. I mean, they're good, man. And they have a lot of pieces that do a lot of things. Like this last game, and you and I talked about on the show, it was going to be a different game, which means it was going to be more of a base game. Peyton Pierce came in, played really well. I mean, that guy is around the football all the time. And then, all right, you want to go to 11? Cool. Billy, you just go blitz somebody. Or, you're in a spy, or Sonny's going to come over on a, over the nose. I'm cheering the defense on right now. See, you hear that?
Schlegs, who's the best defensive player you played with at Ohio State?
It's a great question. I played with a lot of them.
I know.
Talking on the phone with one. Bob,
I didn't play for Ohio State.
Well, your name is Tito.
Oh, I thought you were going to say that I was one of the best. That's fine. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I didn't know. Go ahead.
Yeah, you did. There's tit in your name, Tito. Just so you know. Anyways, just like your man boobs. Hey, here's the deal. Bob, like Arvell and how they're utilizing him is a lot like how they utilized Bobby. Because, I mean, in this game, he's a straight-up Sam linebacker. Then all of a sudden, poof, he's a 5 technique. He's running stunts. Like, he's so versatile because he's athletic. And he's a freak. Bob was a freak. All right? So that's what it is. AJ was a freak. Dante Whitner was a freak. Nate Sally was really good. I mean, we played with a lot of dudes, man. We played with a lot of dudes. They were freaks. So on the defensive side of the ball.
Let me ask you this, like, your middle school season is over. You got a big win last week. What have we been doing now to fill?
It's not over, Bob. You got Jones this week on Thursday at the high school.
That's the 8th grade. You coach them too?
I'm an intern, Bob. My internship knows no bounds. Okay?
Of course. It doesn't know the sidelines either because you creep out there onto the field.
That's because somebody's got to hydrate them. I'm hydrated. I'm the hydrate machine. I'm out there with the little doomajig, hydrate up, and then while I'm out there dropping side nuggets, guess what? Great stance, violent hands. Let's go. Fire off. Hey, check this out. This guy's coming here. That's how I use it. And I'll go to the ref. I'm like, because we don't have like a ton of dudes. I'm like, hey, we can get him a drink right here, right? He's like, I see, why not? Good. Hey, this is what they're doing. Drink this water. Hydrate. Yeah, man. But plus we had developmental week, right? So you got 8th grade's got a game, 7th grade doesn't, but you're still practicing. Let's go give them a look. Hey, let's get some extra practices of development. Like, why wouldn't you want that? That's all I'm thinking.
That's good. I mean, I didn't know. I thought you were only the 7th grade. I didn't know you were going to stay on and you guys would all help out. I wasn't familiar with how that all worked out because they were
All
playing this
hands
week.
on deck. No. It's been all year. I try to go. I think I missed 1 or 2 games on a Thursday for 8th grade this year, and it was because it was away, and I couldn't get away. You know what I mean? So, anyways.
I think I liked you better, Schlegs, when Steph and the family lived in Jacksonville and you were commuting from the farm and just drinking massive amounts of caffeine every morning. Like, I feel like we had a more alert and fired and ready to go Schlegs. Like, this is like a lion in the mid-afternoon in the Serengeti just rolling around, napping under a tree.
Just over here, just big yawning, just licking my junk. You know, sitting there on a Pride Rock, just looking at my harem of cats, lady cats.
Okay, Schlegs, here's the issue. Okay,
they're out there, meow.
We have so many great. Okay, Schlegs, here's the issue. Okay, yawning is contagious. Now, since you yawned the first time, Bodie and Bobby have yawned multiple times.
No, that's not true.
It is true. You can look on the video. You guys have both yawned.
I'll tell you this.
Yes.
I'll tell you this right now.
Yeah.
Just lucky I took out my retainers. I tell you this, and part of the
Wait,
deal
you
is
were
I'm sleeping
the
so
trays?
good. Yeah, no, I don't have. They're not really retainers for my teeth. They serve as that. I think they serve as that, but they're my sleep apnea retainers.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I tell you what, yeah, dude, I've been ever since I got tested. I went to the Ohio. Well, I didn't go.
You
there.
sound
We
so much
had
more
a
alert.
partnership. I am. I'm alert as all get out. I wake up rested. I mean, I'm Waffle House ready as soon as I step out. Now, granted, you know what else I've been
He was
doing?
Waffle House ready as Mark Sanchez.
Oh man, that guy. I don't know the whole story. Like the rest of the story. Paul Harvey. Good day. I don't know the whole story. I did see a random thing. I sent it to you last night of him just walking down the street, like holding his side after he got stabbed. I was like, that's bumpy. I don't know. That's just pretty impressive, you know.
Exactly. That's tough. Schlegs, don't you want you want that toughness, dude? Was he walking to a hospital? No, he was going back to the bar to get some more drinks.
Yeah, that's how just one, let me get like a double and then just like throw it on there.
Burn his show with a lighter.
Yeah, if he did that, like lit it on fire, just like you just cauterize in the womb. Don't worry about me. I gotta call a game tomorrow. That'd be amazing. What if that was the thing? Like you went in there, he's like, oh crap. Hey, I gotta fix this. Anybody got like some cigarettes or something, some gunpowder? I can like cauterize this. No, I got a football game to call tomorrow. Let's go. It's go time.
Do those trays help with your sleep apnea?
Oh yeah. So we have at the Armory, we have a partnership with the Ohio Sleep Institute. Come in, you do it for a week, right, and then you get your results. But I mean, I was waking up 19 to 25 times a night, and ever since I started doing this, man, I mean, I sleep hard.
Oh, I didn't notice.
See, I've got a CPAP, Schlegs, and if I get rid of a CPAP, I would do it. I'm asking, would that replace my CPAP?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, then I've got to do this.
I love looking at the lines on Thitoff's face from his mask that he wore.
You can't see the lines.
Yeah.
Are there lines right now, Bodie?
Yeah.
Of course
Can't see the
there are.
lines, can you, Russ?
See, I could now that I look at you, now that I'm recalling what your face looks like, I can see you just stuffing that bug right into that little CPAP little thing over your nose. That's not very good. That's not a good look. You got an amazing wife. You got to keep it sexy, Tito. Come on.
It's really hard to be sexy with the CPAP. No doubt about it. No doubt about it.
Hey, what's up? Hey, how you feeling? Oh, what's that? What's that? How you feeling? Oh, yeah. You want what? Oh, let me turn my machine off. That ain't fine.
I need the trays now. I got to get the trays.
You need something. I sleep great. That's why I go to the art. That's why you got to go over there and get yourself, because I was like training my face off, kind of doing my deal, not making any improvements. I'm like, I know my diet's not great, but it ain't that bad. And I'm training. Why am I? Feedback of it. Why am I not? I think probably I'm playing more song. Why am I not seeing the growth? Well, I put these in. Guess what? Sleeping. Now we got some muscle mass, baby. You know. There you go. Showers and growers.
You've just really wetted Thitoff's beak a little bit. He might want to come over and get a part of this. I really enjoy the lines on your face. You got that nice.
I don't have
one.
No, I don't. Right now, I don't. Do I, Bodie?
100% you do.
It's like the glasses on your face.
I don't
like
think
the
so.
Are
you kidding me? Turn your look to the wall. Sure.
Oh, yeah.
It's
that's for a razor.
Deforming his face. No, it's deforming your face. It's getting you like oozed in. Now, I can't say that stuff on the radio.
I appreciate.
Don't want to cross the line there, Schleg. Appreciate that.
I know.
Hey,
look at that, man. I'm just
Schleg.
sitting here in my room, just restraining myself.
You're a big fan of Burt Bielema. The Buckeyes have Illinois this weekend. Illinois, after getting smoked by Indiana, they beat USC. Like, they've been looking pretty good. What should we expect for a big noon champagne shower?
Oh, my gosh. Who doesn't like to go to the champagne room? Down there in Old Champagne, where they sell paint. That's what Irvin always said, that they sell paint in Champagne. Anyways, what do you want to expect, Bob?
Yeah, what should they expect from this Illini offense or defense, either way?
Well, I don't know. No, you know more than I do, Bob. No, hey, here's
You played against Burt Bielema.
Yeah, I know. I would say this. If you go back and look that Indiana game, and Ryan Day said throw that Indiana game out, right? It's kind of an anomaly. And that's what you do. You're like, hey, listen, that team played out of their mind that day. Like, that's not really the identity of, Illinois. So, boom. Then you go on the road, right, Bob, and you beat USC, a ranked USC at the time.
Yep.
All right? So you bounce back. And we saw, think about that. You have Indiana. Now, granted, it was at Indiana, but, you got smoked. And then you go on the road again out west to USC, had some resiliency, unlike another team that got beat. Oregon beat them twice when they went up to UCLA, right? Oregon beat them twice. So, anyways, bounce back game, played really well. And then, what was the other one? Who did they play?
Illinois?
Yeah.
Who knows?
They killed Duke on the road,
They killed
right?
Duke. That's right. They played
No, last week.
Last week.
Purdue. They beat Purdue.
Yeah, they beat Purdue, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Thank you. I knew that. That's what I was like. I forgot the team because it was a beatdown. So, anyways, that was my point. My point was Altmaier had a terrible game, and he's a veteran quarterback. We talked about him coming in there ranked ninth in the country at one point. You have a veteran team. You have a team that likes to play physical defense. You have a really good quarterback, and Indiana terrible. USC game really good. Purdue game really good. So they got some momentum now, right? You go on the road, you got some juice. So they're going to be ready. What I expect is, here's the thing. Altmaier's had to do a lot of passing, though. They haven't been able to get that running game going. They're going to have to do something on the ground. If not, it's going to be Minnesota-esque, okay? I think that their defense is better. But, again, we're seeing, what do you want to do? In that Purdue game, Purdue was, hanging around, but I want to say that they got 2 turnovers, and they scored immediately off the turnovers, really quickly in that Illinois game. So, again, the thing that can stop Ohio State right now is not protecting the football. They've been fantastic all season at it. That's what you want to see in this game. I just absolutely love our defense. And I just don't see anybody being able to not run the football and just pass it.
Schlegs, you're the man. Thanks, buddy. We appreciate it. Love you. Talk to you again next week.
All right. Sounds good. Go Bucks, beat Cancer, Columbus. See you.
There he goes, Anthony Schlegel.
It's a beautiful mystery.
It's a beautiful mystery indeed. Coming up, I don't know how we follow this up, but coming up next, we got some sound from Ryan Day. Yesterday spoke on Buckeye Roundtable. He's got several thoughts that he's going to share with us on the matchup against Illinois. We'll do that next. Morning Juice.
Football season's heating up, and so are the deals at Germain Toyota. Right now, drive home a rugged 2025 Toyota Tacoma with 2.99% APR for up to 48 months, or go big with the all-new 2026 Toyota Tundra, also 2.99 APR for up to 72 months. Built tough, built smart, built for whatever your game day brings. Find your next Toyota at Germain Toyota at the corner of I-70 and Bryce Road, or start your next adventure online at germaintoyota.net. Germain Toyota of Columbus. See dealer for details.
Hey Columbus, it's Lorenzo Stiles Jr., Ohio State student athlete. Football runs deep in my family. My dad played here, and now my brother and I are proud to carry on that tradition. At Monogram Homes, family matters too. They treat every homeowner like one of their own, building with care, precision, and pride. Monogram doesn't just build houses, they build homes, crafted just for you. So whether you're starting your first home or designing your dream space, Monogram Homes has got your back every step of the way. Visit monogramhomes.net to start building today. Monogram Homes, a builder you can trust.
Teachers are dynamic leaders, shaping a new generation. They bring a variety of perspectives from diverse backgrounds, innovating how they teach to prepare students for our fast-changing world. Achieving this takes skill and expertise. They're tireless explorers, creatively discovering a universe of solutions, telling stories, experimenting, inspiring, mentoring, connecting cultures, and connecting with each other, leading by example. Experience the unique joy of helping students thrive. Teaching is a journey that shapes lives. Are you ready to begin? Explore teaching at teach.org, a campaign supported by the U.S. Department of Education, Teach.org, and 1 million teachers of color.
I'm Shanola Hampton. Every day, millions of people face hunger. Today, I will share with you some of their experiences. I'm stuck between paying for medications or paying for food. John from Maine. After paying my bills, I can buy groceries. It's sad to say, food comes last. Alice from Oregon. I thought pantries were for less fortunate people, but anybody could be less fortunate in a day or even a second. Claire from Virginia. The Feeding America network of food banks helps provide over 6 billion meals to people in need each year. No one should have to worry where their next meal will come from. Together, we can end hunger. Learn more at feedingamerica.org.
Attack and dominate. You're locked into Morning Juice.
Sponsored by Riverside Bank of Dublin.
Here's Bobby and Tito.
All right. Morning Juice. All right, the Schlegs, man. Schlegs. Anyway. Bobby, if he airs here over on my side, I don't know if I can play the sound. We'll give it a shot in just a second. I do want to tell you this, though, that we get the 2 hours here on YouTube, obviously, fan app and HD3. Download the show anytime. Catch us from 10 a.m. to noon on 10 TV Plus. Hear a replay of this here show on the Fan 2 1460 from 1 to 3 p.m. I'm just saying, like my Zeta to go over here is giving me some issues, but we'll see if it works.
Okay. Just if you need me, just let me know which cut you want to play.
I will. Here is Ryan Day previewing the game against Illinois coming up this weekend. And it's not, let me do it, Bodie.
Okay. I'm trying to see, what's the actual name of the cut there?
It's the Several Thoughts.
Several Thoughts,
Yep,
gotcha.
thanks.
All right, here we go.
Well, they're very well coached. Brett does a great job. They're always prepared. Smart players, tough players, experienced players. I think the quarterback is very good, makes really good decisions. He's quick with the ball out of his hand. They have a good scheme. So they're not going to beat themselves. And I completely just throw the Indiana game out. I told that to the team. I said, don't look at that. We played Nebraska. Last year they played Indiana and found themselves sideways and came in here and they were hungry the next week and we found ourselves in a game in the fourth quarter. So throw that game out. I mean, this is a very good team. And preseason, one of the top 15 or top 10 in the country, and we know it's going to be a tough game on the road. Any games in this conference on the road are difficult, but We know this is going to be difficult. I actually haven't been to Illinois, which is really, I think, the last place in the conference that I haven't played.
You ain't missing nothing, Coach.
Yeah, well, okay. Well, but I'm going to, really make sure the guys understand, that going into this environment is not going to be easy. This is a good team, and when you look at the record of Brett and the games that he's coached, he knows how to win these styles of games. So we got to do a great job giving the guys a plan, and then we got to have a great week of practice.
Yeah, Bielema is good as far as the Big Ten goes. He's good at identifying his team strengths, your weaknesses, and where you can exploit their strengths. But I just don't see, I look at the spread. This game's 15.5, Bob, and I know it doesn't necessarily mean that much, but
it means that's what they feel like the game's going to be. And occasionally they get it really wrong, but usually it's kind of around the number.
Yeah.
But if you look at it, though, just mathematically, let's say you're a believer in Illinois getting in 15.5. Let's say you're a believer in Illinois getting 15.5. Then go back and tell me how many points you think Illinois can realistically score in this game. Do you have a number? You think they can realistically score?
What's the point total? It was 40-something, I
don't know
think?
the point total. I'm saying, do you think
I
Illinois
think the point total was 50, low 50s.
Okay.
I think Illinois realistically could get, I think I picked the score 31-13, so there you go.
Okay, they're going to get 13 out of it then. Yeah, then that means that Ohio State, if you want to take Illinois, that means Ohio State would have to score just 28. And I feel like Ohio State's going to score more than 28, don't you? I think you said 31, so you think that, but it just seems like that's a low number.
It does feel like a number that isn't incredibly, it feels like a conservative number for this Ohio State offense. Now, I feel like they can score more. What type of game does Ryan want this to be? How does he want it to look? And some of it is how is it playing out in real time?
That's what I was going to say. I mean, the two teams that Ohio State's played so far, most comparable to Illinois, would be Texas and Washington. And they didn't light up the scoreboard in either one of those games. Now, the Washington game, I don't think Ohio State's offense played bad by any stretch. It was just limited possessions. You had the fumble on the punt return by Ennis, so you kind of lost the possession there. And at the end, they just kind of were able to run out the clock.
I think
so they didn't
what do we need?
Yeah, why do we need to kill ourselves scoring 45? We'll take, it was 24-6, right? Or 31?
It was 24.
24, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So
they
it's
won by
well,
18. The spread was 9.
Yeah.
It's like, I could see this. Okay, the spread's whatever. It's been around 14-17, kind of moved around in there a little bit.
Maybe Ryan Day looks at the spread. He's like, we're up 17. We're good.
Need a little more juice.
Cover
City. Hey,
good teams win. Great teams cover.
Great coaches cover.
Great coaches cover too.
Great coaches cover. And so that's how I kind of look at that. It's crazy to say, but there is like a perception around this where like, how good is the team? Well, they've covered every game.
Yeah.
They win, and they win by the amount that you think that they should probably win by. And there's some truth to that. This Illinois team, they're not going to beat themselves. You're going to have to go out there, and it'll be similar to Washington. Different team. I think the team feel will be a little more like Minnesota, how they play. These next 3 games, Wisconsin is next week, correct?
Yes. The 3:30 kick.
3:30 kick.
They announced that, yes.
3:30 kick, but you had Illinois and Minnesota. All 3 of these teams will get in more traditional sets.
Yeah.
2 tight ends, maybe a fullback in there.
Ooh.
That's a
shorten the game.
Minnesota,
Dying breed.
yeah. And they'll do some stuff like that. You're finished, Mav.
Look, I still, as a Buckeye fan, I'm curious if other Buckeye fans feel the same way. I'll have PTSD about certain teams and really certain players.
What's interesting, Ryan said he's never been to that venue, and I was just talking to Schlegs about this. Well, they were in the West,
right? Yeah,
and I think one of the games got canceled for COVID.
I think so. Yeah,
I think over there, and then it just got on that weird cycle where we didn't play them a ton. I mean, I played them my freshman year there, senior year here. 06 they went over. That was the Juice Williams game.
That's the one that always scares me when Ohio State plays Illinois. It's been a long damn time.
So
that was here though, right?
That was here. I think they went there in 6, then came back in 7. But since I think we haven't played them since 17.
That sounds about right.
I want to say over there or 15 or 17 over there. Yeah. It's been a minute. So, but we've always kind of had some squirrely games. Like in 02, we went to overtime over there.
Yeah,
I think double overtime to tell you the truth. And so it can get a little squirrely. It gets a little windy. It's going to be like a noon, 11 a.m. local start. It feels like I'm going to play like 6-year-old soccer when I'm there. It's always gray. Like it's early in the morning. There's no juice around the stadium. And so that's where you've got to manufacture. On the road, people talk about hostile environments. A hostile environment, seeing that, like that gets you ready to play. When you're rolling in and it's like, womp womp, like 3 people outside cooking pancakes. Most of the people are Ohio State fans. And you're like, what is this?
Right, yeah.
Is this for real? It's some throwaway game up in Rochester. That's what you feel like. And so like you're kind of yawning, kind of like, you know what it is? You're kind of like Schleg's there. Waking up.
Claims he's yawning.
Guys are like a little bit
cheering.
Guys are late arrivals, getting downstairs to do the team walk and all the things. Like all that different stuff. Like you've got to create your own energy. You have to simulate your own game day environment because you're not getting everything you get at the shoe, and you're not getting everything you get like at a whiteout or like when you go to Oregon.
Yeah.
And this is champagne at 11, and it's not a champagne shower.
I think that's the good poll question on Morning Juice is where does the sun shine less, Champaign or West Lafayette?
Bend over and I'll show you.
Which venue, which city gets less sunshine throughout the year? I don't know which one it is because you mentioned Champaign, the windy, and all that. It doesn't feel like it's ever shining there.
Guessing probably rattles in right around Columbus.
I was gonna say
it's probably like 150 days of sunshine.
The 3:30 kickoff for Wisconsin, and no disrespect meant to Wisconsin, the game does not scare me as much this year as maybe years past.
Sure,
but I like the fact it's 3:30 and not night game.
Yeah, they're not.
I'm not saying like. I know they wouldn't do it, but I'm just saying. I know, but I'm just saying. But those, and again, it goes back to the PTSD thing, Bob, because of Lee Evans and Chris Gamble. I still have that thought in my mind when I think night game in Wisconsin. When I think Illinois, I think Juice Williams, 07, long time. Hell, the Lee Evans thing, 03, right? Yeah. Yes. Okay, so even though it's happened that long ago, it still sticks with me as an Ohio State
probably
fan.
Talk to some people.
I'm going to try to
get these things worked out.
And Wisconsin at least showed some life last week in Ann Arbor.
They played tough.
They can't score, but
they cannot. But their defense is good.
Yeah,
Bob, I'm not going to talk somebody out. Look, that's what makes sports great. Is having that
great moments.
Is having that burden that I carry around as an Ohio State fan.
You boy thing.
Exactly. Thank you,
you
Bodie.
Ohio
Thank
State
you for
fans,
recognizing.
gosh, you guys go through it so hard every fall. I don't know how you guys do it.
Burden.
I'm going to
burden
winning 12 games every year.
The burden of the block.
I'm just telling you that.
3 national titles in the last 30 years.
I'm just telling you, Bob.
25.
Look. Was it Anthony Thompson or was it Vaughn Dunbar? One of those Indiana backs that went off at Ohio State 1 year too. That still gets to me also. That does as well. Bianca Matuka, Desmond. Those things, I never will let them go, Bobby. I will never let them go.
He's pulling stuff up from like 20 and 30 years ago.
Yeah. It's exactly, that's my whole point.
I've never even heard of half of these guys.
Of course, Bodie. Okay, you also never saw The Matrix. I'm going to try to play another sound here, and if it doesn't play, it doesn't play, but here it is.
It's one of the most important things as a team. And I think the way things are in college football right now with NIL and these guys having the opportunity to make money, which is great, but it's very easy to get focused on your individual needs, wants, career. And so I think what's going to separate, the best teams in the end are going to be the ones that are willing to sacrifice and that take that selfishness and put it to the side. If we're able to reach our goals as a team, everyone's going to get great opportunity. And that's, again, probably one of the biggest challenges going on right now in college football. So I talk to the guys about that on a week-to-week basis and, challenge our guys to be different. Play for each other, play for the brotherhood. And in the end, if we all work together, everyone's going to get their share. But, easier said than done. And so proud of our guys right now in terms of them focusing on each other. But it's something that we have to stay on top of every day.
Whoever comes out of that tunnel, we have a better chance of survival if we work together.
It just peeked behind the curtain here, folks.
So Bodie now can get that reference because he's seen the great movie.
It said like in the synopsis, which I guess is what Bodie put in. Right? Did you cut the sound up? Was this you?
Yes, I did. Yep.
When it says you play for the name on the front of the jerseys, how Bodie put it, I was like, this is going to be perfect. I can't wait to hear this.
It's basally what he said.
It is.
You pull that jersey on, you represent yourself and your teammates.
Yes,
the name on the front.
Amazing that that Ryan Day and this coaching staff and they're able to pull that together in today's college football.
So it's hard.
world.
It's more important now than ever.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you can talk about your guy, Marcus Freeman, up there at Notre Dame.
Team glory, Bob.
But, I mean, when you have bad things happen, bad things meaning losing games, I mean, you can get guys opting out, guys sitting down, I mean, different things. If you've been working to build a culture and, like, you've maintained strict standards of what is acceptable behavior and why we do things and how we're going to do them, those things will carry you through the hard times. They transcend any individual moments. And so then you're able to go have that success and work through it and work through the hard times to see that light on the other side. But if not, like everybody, as soon as things get hard and there's no bonding agent, like there's no greater mission, you feel like, then, and guys aren't invested in it, it's like, we're on to the next. I'm in it for me now. Not our team goals are going to be, they're eliminated or very difficult. Will be in it for us. And that's what's going to be interesting to see about Penn State, of how they look here over the next couple of weeks, because that's another real issue that they have.
Chris, yesterday, Bobby, after our show, tweeted at you and I and said that it's crazy to think that they lose less transfers under the free transfer than when they had to sell a season. Like Ohio State loses fewer guys, even though now you can do it without sitting out, and it's much freer, unlimited and all this kind of stuff. Not Russ Wilson unlimited, but just regular unlimited. All right, Bob, it's time.
Oh, you hear the sound. You know what it is. Appetizer Threes Day at Roosters. Featured appetizers, $3 all day long. That featured appetizer is one of the best. Crispy on the outside. Pickled on the inside. It's the fried pickles. Dip them in some ranch, maybe some spicy ranch. They're tremendous. Get them while they're hot. $3 all day long at Roosters. And you got the Buckeye, or the giveaway. Go to roosterswings.com. They got unbelievable gifts, game day experiences, a trip to the first playoff game, all kinds of goodness in there. So go check them out. And now you're going to get a chance to win a $50 gift card. 614-821-1460. If you can answer the following question. Schlegs went to the game. He cheered on defense. What was he cheering? You got to get that to Bodie. He might even record it and put it on air. It's got to be accurate, folks. 614-821-1460. Call in. Get it right. Get the $50 Roosters gift card.
All right, we'll wrap things up next. Tell you what's got us juiced. Morning Juice.
Around the world, Children International and friends like you are giving children in poverty a chance to grow and thrive, to be healthy, to succeed in school, and achieve great things. How do we do it? In the best way possible, by helping ensure access to healthcare, nutrition, and educational opportunities. And most importantly, by empowering youths and their families to get out of poverty and into employment through life skills, computer, and job training. The very tools they need to break the cycle of poverty and build futures full of promise. Because every child deserves a chance to realize their full and best potential. Learn more about how Children International is empowering children and families by going to children.org today. That's children.org.
While serving in Vietnam, a grenade took my ability to see. Today, I'm a sculptor. Now, my fingers are my eyes. I'm Michael Naranjo. As a veteran, I know the challenges of life can be great. In my art, turning a lump of clay into something beautiful, that is worth doing. Life is like that. We each must use what we can to make things better.
DAV helps veterans like Michael get the benefits they've earned. They help more than 1 million veterans every year in life-changing ways.
Now, I show others how they can create something with their own hands. I know it can do a lot of good. With support from DAV, more veterans can shape their lives into a thing of beauty. My victory is bringing beauty into the world.
Michael Naranjo, may your victories inspire many more. Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
I thought mixing bleach with my floor cleaner would take the stain out.
When my youngest ate the dog's medicine, that was a new one.
I was trying to protect my garden, but I accidentally sprayed myself with pesticide.
So I called 1-800-222-1222, the poison helpline.
A poison expert helped me figure out what to do next.
I was connected to someone who spoke Spanish.
They answered my questions.
It was free.
It was confidential.
It was real help in real time.
Keep the poison experts in your pocket. 1-800-222-1222.
If only life had a remote control, you could pause or rewind. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
We got a higher home appraisal after we put away our African art and family photos.
Has this happened to you because of race or national origin? Contact HUD at hud.gov/fair housing. A message from HUD and the National Fair Housing Alliance.
Attack and dominate, YouTubers. You're locked into Morning Juice.
We back here, Bodie? All right, we're back.
I think so.
All right. We got a winner there. Todd won it. Bobby, do you want to give the correct answer on the air what it was?
It's a beautiful mystery.
There we go. That's what we were looking
Give or
for.
take.
The first person.
There's a little more A than O in there.
It's okay, but it was close enough on that one, though, I think, there, Bodie.
Not my tempo.
So, Todd, 2 Ds or 1 D?
Todd.
2 Ds?
I wrote it down as 2. He didn't say, so.
I'm guessing it's 2 Ds.
Yeah.
Do you need a bank that truly values local business in this town and an opportunity to work alongside them as partners? Whether you're a small business or a large operation, Riverside Bank of Dublin got the right tools for the job. Riverside Bank of Dublin has the experience of working here in Central Ohio. They understand the business climate in our area and will help you reach your goals. Whether you need an SBA loan to get your business off the ground, a line of credit to keep your business running smoothly, or equipment financing to get your business up to scale, Riverside Bank will tailor a solution that fits your needs. Visit them at riverside.bank or stop in and get to know them at 6300 France Road. Riverside Bank of Dublin, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
All right, let's wrap things up like we. Oh, by the way, make sure you tune in tomorrow at 7:20. We'll have Austin Ward on to talk more Ohio State football, get some insight on that, and more of a preview on that on the game coming up this weekend in Champaign. By the way, Bob, a couple years ago, one of the local TV stations, not this one, they were talking about a game in Champaign, and they spelled out Champagne like the drink on the graphic. It was not Champaign like Champaign, Illinois. Now,
oh, there's a difference?
There is a difference, believe it or not. Yes. If you want to go to the Champagne room, AIGN, that's a different room than the AGNE.
Oh.
There we go. All right, well, today's got juiced.
What's got you juiced?
Sponsored by Billiards Plus. Find your next grill and everything you need for the master griller. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
It's
God
Tuesday.
didn't make me to run 110 yards like Bobby did. Bobby and Braves can run all freaking day. God made me to run 20 yards and stop. That's why I deadlift heavy. That's why I squatted heavy. I can go 0 to 20. Then after that, I don't need to go any further, man. I should have played in the 50s.
Should have played in the 50s.
It's
Only
amazing.
20 yards?
Yeah.
Seems a little far. How about just 6 or 7, 3 yards cloud of dust, right, Bob?
That's all you need. I mean, it's amazing the varying tempo that he has.
Yeah. What's got me juiced today, guys? Got a couple things for you. First off, happy, if I remember correctly, 75th birthday? John Mellencamp, or 74?
74.
74.
What are the odds that this is in any way real?
I'd say like 10,000 to 1.
Okay, I'd like $10 on those odds. If someone gives you 10,000 to 1 on anything, you take it. If John Mellencamp ever wins an Oscar, I am going to be a very rich dude.
I think Kevin's still holding out on that, but hey, the odds, they never technically expire, right?
No, it's a future.
So we'll see. He's still living,
Lifetime
still
ban.
with us today there. Mr. Mellencamp enjoying 74th birthday. What also has me juiced today, guys, can't believe I forgot to mention this yesterday. Happy, not birthday, but NFL's Rookie Defensive Player of the Month for the month of September, Mr. Xavier Watts. I mean, Harrison Smith, Kyle Hamilton, Xavier Watts. There might be a new safety U running around college football all of a sudden. I don't know. That's just one man's opinion. But those two things have me juiced. Juiced to be with you guys on a Tuesday. PTO calendar says I'm off today, but they can't keep me out of this building, man. I can't stay away from you guys.
You have a day off coming up or not? Do we know that yet or not?
It's TBD.
Okay.
It was supposed to be last Wednesday and today. I was here both days.
It's dedication.
We've gotten some floating dates out there.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Hey,
you never know.
Maybe
I'll never take another PTO day ever. Maybe I can donate them to somebody.
There you go. We've talked about that. We've talked about doing that, haven't we?
Yes, we have. There's some people there that they've earned a few more days off, and I don't need them.
No.
So we'll see about that. But I just love you guys too much to even take PTO anyway. Bobby, what has you juiced, sir?
My goodness, that's beautiful. I'm trying to figure out when you're going to use it all, Bodie. I got
so am I.
Some days I'm going to have to start taking here at some point, but I don't like taking them during the
31st.
season. September 31st.
March 31st.
Either way.
There we go. It's got me juiced. Yeah, yesterday I was tired. Long weekend, but a fun weekend. Watched a little bit of that game last night, and the Jags weren't doing anything on offense to start the game.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? It might be time to get a nice early bed in. Did that. Woke up today to a shocking result in that game as I was watching the highlight package and everything from this morning. I'm like, wow. Did not see that coming at all. So good for Jacksonville. Trevor Lawrence 4-1, leading those guys. Thought the AFC South was going to be bad.
Yeah, them and the Colts.
And the Colts, man, they'll be battling for that number 1 overall seed, just as everybody predicted. Danny Dimes getting his revenge in this life or the next.
If Buffalo can't get it done this year, they may just be cursed, like permanently forever.
I mean, when you're going against Jacksonville,
Daniel Jones,
Danny Dimes,
Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones. So that's got me juiced. Heading over to practice today. Excited to be able to go do that. Watch these guys. Excited for this Illinois game this weekend. It's away, but I enjoy a good away game because I don't have to go down. I sit there, relax, watch at the house, watch the other games, and be able to kind of just rest easy. I've had so many home games here as of late. This is kind of a drier spell, if you will. Next week is away, and then a bye week, and then Penn State. So they'll be back at home again, and then at home in the month of November a couple times.
Pretty good slate, too, to be home for. You got Missouri, Bama also at noon, and then Indiana at Oregon or Oregon
it's
at Indiana?
At Oregon, I believe.
At Oregon,
okay.
at
Oregon,
at 3:30.
Yes. Yeah, there's some good games on this weekend.
So some good games.
Make sure you have Peacock, Bob.
We've got them all.
Got them all.
What else has me juiced in a negative way? Speaking of that, I'm glad you went there. When I just got the email yesterday that my Disney Plus bundle is going to be increasing to $24.99. I remember when I started this, I was like, oh, this seems like a good deal. $16.99, I think, for all three. I'd never watched Hulu in my life till Chad Powers came on. I'd use some of the ESPN Plus. My kids like the Disney. Now we're talking about, because I don't even look at it in terms of month. I'm like, we're talking now about spending $300 a year on Disney Plus. I'm like, this is out of control. They're pressing my limits. If they wouldn't send me emails, I wouldn't know. So I probably would feel a little better. But I start adding up in totality. I'm like, what else could I buy with this money? The opportunity, I'm an economics guy, the opportunity cost of what else could I be buying for this money? Am I getting the full utility out of this? I don't know that I am anymore.
What if we just put all these channels together in one package?
Yeah. Now you're thinking there.
It'd be amazing. It'd be absolutely amazing to be able to do that. But who knows, Bodie? It takes a smarter person than me to be able to figure that out.
Same here.
We've been hanging on this for a while about spilling some coffee. What's in the cup, Bodie?
One day, a monk is teaching his students about enlightenment, and he says to them, if you're holding a cup of coffee and somebody bumps into you and you spill that coffee, why did you spill the coffee? The entire class answers, because somebody bumped into me. No, says the monk. You spilled the coffee because there was coffee in your cup. That's what you were carrying. Had you been carrying tea in your cup, then you would have spilled tea. See, whatever you're carrying is what will spill out. Life is the same way. When life shakes you, which it will, whatever you're carrying inside of you will spill out of you. If you're carrying anger and fear and hatred and jealousy, that is what will spill out of you. But if you're carrying love and kindness and compassion and empathy, then that is what is going to spill out of you. So each morning, it's important to stop and close your eyes and ask yourself, what am I carrying within me today?
And there we go. That is today's uplifting minute. Thitoff, what's got you juiced?
Several things based on what you guys have said. Have you ever met a monk?
That's a good question. I don't know. On Halloween.
Halloween, yeah. But have you ever met a monk, Bodie?
Halloween. I don't think so.
I don't think I've ever met a monk. I've never seen a monk out in the wild.
In the wild, in nature.
I don't think I've ever seen one.
Never really been over to the Far East either, so I feel like there's more monks over there than
there
maybe
probably
over
are,
here.
but that doesn't mean they wouldn't. I mean, we got people all kinds of religions here in the U.S. I mean, we're a melting pot, right?
That's true.
I would think we would have seen a monk at some point.
Yeah, maybe.
Surprised me that none of the three of us have ever seen a monk. And you're a world traveler, Bob. You've been all over the place.
I've only been outside of the Western Hemisphere one time in my life, and that was paid for by the NFL.
Now that you mentioned the thing about the Disney Plus and Hulu and ESPN now, it makes me wonder. I've got to check now, make sure my wife is not like triple subscribed to those things that we're getting.
Oh, yeah.
That we're getting way.
That's not the username I use. Well, it's mine. It works.
Yeah, right.
So
That's
hold
how it
on.
works. Yeah, hang on.
Hold on a second here.
Let's do the math there.
Paying for two of these?
Yeah. She was not happy, but I said just how I outed her for buying 3 times to watch one show, but that's okay. She wasn't happy about that last night.
It's amazing.
The tough part, too, is like we really have hit a point for a while there. It's like, okay, out of the, 6 or 7 streaming services, you could probably get away with like 2, maybe a third. Now it really is like if you want to watch most of just like the sporting events.
You need, to watch the NFL, you need like 6 different ones.
Yeah. So that's great. That doesn't have me juice, Tito.
The John Cougar Mellencamp thing reminded me of a time at a bar in Athens with my former boss from Damon's, and we're watching a Cleveland Indians at the time playoff game, and he's a huge Indians fan, and he said, what kind of odds would you give me if I tell you this next pitch will be a home run for Cleveland? I thought 100 to 1. He said, I'll bet you a dime. And sure enough, the guy hits a home run. I gave him $10 right there on the spot. That's the worst odds, worst moment. That's the only moment I had regarding something at all similar to that. But yeah, 100 to 1, and so I had to give him $10 right there. Even though he was making probably 10 times as much as being salary, he made sure I gave him the $10, which was kind of weak. But nonetheless, I'm not going to get into that. R.I.P. that guy.
Was that Shark? Oh, no.
It was not Shark.
Okay,
no. God, you're trying to kill Shark right there. What's got me juiced is that I had to sit here and think, Bob. We were talking about that Chiefs game. I was trying to think of what day of the week it was because the football stuff runs so far together. I couldn't remember if the Chiefs game last night was a Thursday night game or a Monday night game. That's where I'm at in my life with football. Is
it the beginning of the week or the end of the weekend?
I don't know where it is on that one, but it's going to be a great weekend for college football. Yes, indeed. It will, with all the games coming up on that. And Bodie, when you first said something about the home slate, because having the home games is nice kind of thing, I was thinking you were talking about the Rutgers and UCLA games coming up in November at the Horseshoe. I can't think of anything worse than going to a UCLA-Ohio State game in November.
Kidding me? After that big upset, just beat Penn State. They're unrivaled.
They're undefeated in the last game.
As I was doing my research on the monks, by the way, someone asked,
does Art Monk count?
Art Monk. Have you met Art Monk?
I feel like I probably have met Art Monk.
Then you have met a monk. There we go, then, Bob. Now
I don't know if he qualifies classically as a monk. Do you even know who Art Monk is, Bodie?
I don't. I was looking him up.
A Hall of Fame receiver for the Redskins.
Yes.
Commanders / Redskins.
Fantastic back then. And somebody said, why can't monks talk? Can monks talk? I know Art Monk can. But I'm saying, I don't know if monks can talk or not on that one. I learned so much looking things up while you guys are talking.
Mimes and monks?
Mimes and monks, that's right. But anyway.
Start a bar called that.
Yeah, I'm just about this NFL season now because of what it means for the Steelers and the fact that they're now in prime position to have one of those Steelers runs. Not because they're great, but the defense has been good. Yes, they are, Bodie. But the fact that there's been so many other of the failures around, the fact that the Ravens doing what they're doing, and the Chiefs, God, how did the Chiefs lose to Jacksonville? And I don't know if I'm more excited about it because I like Trevor Lawrence. I'm not saying I root for him, but
I was happy. I mean, his play where he fell down, got back up and scrambled in, good for him.
Hey, by the way, have they? So I got to believe Sanchez is probably off broadcast now for at least the time being, correct?
Probably
fair to say.
Yeah, I'm guessing he might be
going to recover at least, and then
indefinitely.
Will your boy BQ be taking that role? Do you know?
I don't know if he wants to take on
really? Yeah.
Well, I mean, he does Big Noon. That would be him flying. It's really hard to do that, to do 2 games like that. Herbie does Thursday and Saturday. He would be doing Saturday and Sunday. And trying to have those meetings and conversations with everybody to do a good job, really tough.
And doesn't Brady have first of all, he's got a litter of kids.
Yeah, 5.
And doesn't he have a really young one?
Yeah, you got someone that is a newish born.
Like less than a year.
Yes.
Yeah. So, yeah, that would be a big ask on that one. But it's a great opportunity for him if he wants to do it. It's just, it would be a huge. I know, like the Herbie thing.
He used to do games, I think, before he started doing big noon.
I think he did too.
He did.
I think he did too. But doing the big noon thing, I mean, you're done by noon. And I know what I'm saying is you're not doing a game you're not doing something until 3 o'clock or 6 o'clock. You're done at noon. I know it's not as quick as, poof, David Copperfield, you appear in the next place. But still, yeah, I think it'd be a cool opportunity. I think he does a good job on the games. When I've heard him do games, I think he does a decent job on those. So, anyway, thank you to all the juicers today. I haven't checked this chat lately, see if anyone else has chimed in with anything. It's more about the Notre Dame stuff. That's okay.
The Notre Dame fans, I will say, we've long petitioned to get rid of whoever the color analyst is for the game and bring in BQ. For a stretch there, it was like, what's Notre Dame's biggest rival? Okay, let's get that guy in there. We had Pat Hayden, Southern Cal. Drew Brees was in there for a minute. Purdue. Who else was in there? I thought there was maybe a Stanford guy. I don't know. Maybe Andrew Luck's not busy.
What are the Collinsworths doing it?
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah, he did it back before
he was the play-by-play guy, and
he's play-by-play, yeah. Was he bad?
Oh, Jack,
he was terrible.
Jack with the C.
With all due respect.
Jack with
he's
just
JAC?
Yeah.
Oh, you can't do that, dude. That's
not very good.
That's worse
now
than
we got
Iron
Jason
Eagle.
Garrett. Thought Jason Garrett was leaving my life. It's
no,
like he's just going from Sundays to Saturdays.
Yeah, still there with you.
Everyone's trying to ruin the Truman Show, man. It's your life, and everyone's just trying to mess with you there and all that one. I haven't seen Truman Show. I've just seen clips. By the way.
Tito, that's a good one.
Thanks so much, everyone, for tuning in. We appreciate all the juices of the chat. 200 strong again today. We appreciate that. We play again from 1 to 3 on ESPN. Ooh,
that too.
I'm going to get called into the office on that one. On the Fan 2, 1460. Also 10 a.m. to noon over there on 10 TV Plus. We appreciate all of that, folks. Tomorrow, again, Austin Ward will join us. Break down more of this Ohio State-Illinois game.